There is just something a bit more special about playing in the Ashes than in any other series.
Benjamin Stokes, what an innings, what a player!
I think just the history of it, you know, even growing up in New Zealand, everyone knows what the Ashes is.
After 20 years, England had taken the Ashes.
I guess there's always going to be moments in different sports where an individual does something to, I don't know, ignite the current audience, but then also bring a new audience to it. Sport is always evolving, and I think we're in a time right now where cricket is evolving in a massive way than it ever has done in previous times. England only ever play Australia in Test matches for the Ashes, so that's what makes it special as well. You know, you never have a random two-game series against Australia in Test matches. It's only ever in the Ashes, which is, you know, makes it like elite. You know, people living in all the other cricket nations just always, well, they know what the Ashes is. They know how big of a deal it is to England and Australia. You know, God knows how long the Ashes has been spoken about already, but it's just, yeah, all the build-up, all the hype that gets spoken about, you know, a year before. Then you get to the week before, and then it just goes up even more. Like, you know, Aussies have landed, well, they've obviously landed a long time before ago, but then, you know, Aussies have landed, and then just all this news, like every single day is always about something about the Ashes. We know it's a huge time in the calendar for us as cricketers, but we also know it's a huge time in the calendar for everyone who loves cricket.
Here we go then, the scores are level. Yes! For Headingley, 1981, read Headingley, 2019.
You know, when I'm older, that will probably be one of the most talked about things in my career, that innings at Headingley. There's always that time after you win a game, especially like that, where everyone's just like so excited they don't really know what they're doing. It's like when in a Test match when someone takes a wicket, there's like that 5 to 10 second period where everyone just turns into a kid and it's just like, you know, just running around like idiots. So yeah, I think it's just one of those moments are just sort of like, what do I do here? It just happens naturally. But after, obviously, the day that we won the game, we had a good social time in the dressing room together. But there was me, Ruti, and quite a few others in this like big taxi, and I think on the way home there was like potentially like a £200 McDonald's drive-through, which is not something that you'd probably ever see as someone who's working the night shift at McDonald's of the England Test team coming through and ordering God knows how many burgers and chips to take back to the team hotel. I think Ruti covered that, yeah. I mean, Yorkshiremen are known to be tight, aren't they? So I think he sort of felt like he had to do it. I guess there's always going to be moments in different sports where a team or an individual does something to, I don't know, ignite the current audience, but then also bring a new audience to it. And that's also going back to the present, you know, is something that me and Brendan and the team are trying to do with Test cricket, is not only to make the people who pay their money and follow us around the world to have something just to enjoy, even if the results aren't going the way that we want and that they want to see, is that the next generation of players really aspire and want to be a part of Test match cricket still. Well, one of the most pleasing things for me is seeing people who are in the county circuit, who are very close to the England team, but they've actually rang up and asked, what do I need to do and what do you need to see me improve on to give myself the best opportunity to get into the team? Cricket is changing and the landscape of cricket is changing, and rather than fight against it, you know, just embrace it and just try and do something to keep Test cricket alive, but also understanding that there are other things and other formats that are going to attract the younger generation, because, you know, sport is always evolving, and I think we're in a time right now where cricket is evolving in a huge way, in a massive way than it ever has done in previous times. And if we play good cricket, if we play to the capabilities that we know we're capable of, then the results look after itself.